Hi, this is Cindy Maram with Dig In Magazine, and I am here with writer-director Rodney Evans of the new documentary Vision Portraits. Hi, Rodney. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Great, and we're really excited to have the film here at Frameline in San Francisco. And can you tell me how the idea started to make this film?
Sure. I think the idea really stemmed from my own diagnosis with a degenerative eye condition called retinitis pigmentosa, which left me with very minimal peripheral vision and very minimal night vision. And as that condition evolved and my vision continued to deteriorate, I developed a fear about going fully blind and how I would continue as a filmmaker if I did go fully blind. And so I think I am one of those filmmakers that instead of running from my fears, I go directly towards them to make work. And so I did that. I moved directly into that fear and wanted to engage with artists that were either fully blind or severely visually impaired, and talk to them about their creative process and how they managed to create art in spite of the obvious obstacles with visual impairment and blindness.
And how was the experience for you, through the filmmaking process? Was it something that was very helpful for you? And also, how did you find the specific artist for the picture?
Yeah. Yes, the filmmaking process was really helpful, and I think it was really inspiring, and the artists that I found that are profiled in the film are such forces of nature. They're so powerful in their work and in their ability to transform obstacles and pain into powerful art, and use their art as a healing process. And so different characters I had different relationships with. So Ryan Knighton had written a really incredibly moving memoir that was just really passionate and heartfelt and funny and smart. And I read that in 2008. And it turned out he was adapting that book into a screenplay. And we both applied to the Sundance Screenwriting Lab, and he got in and I didn't. And I emailed the director of the Sundance Screenwriting Lab, Michelle Satter, and asked her if there was a director attached to that project and that I had the same eye condition that Ryan has and that he describes in the book. And she said no, that there wasn't, and she was kind enough to connect us. And so the next time he came to New York, we met up and just became really fast friends and have been really close friends ever since.
The various artists that you featured in the film, and working with each of them, and all of them are experts in their field, was there any running idea or theme with all of the artists in terms of what were the challenges of them in the artistic field being visually impaired, or what were some highlights, positive things that came out of them making art?
Something that all three artists have in common, and that I, in some degree, also share with them, is the belief in the transformative power of art and the healing power of art, and the ways in which they were all using their art in some way to transform their lives, and the shift in perspective I think was a real galvanizing moment for each of us, that acknowledgement of being visually impaired and or blind, fully blind in the case of Ryan and John, and what it means to actually make work from that point of view. And I think Ryan articulates that really well and talks about blindness as a point of view. And it's not just this kind of static state that you end up in, but it's very dynamic and things are still evolving and your relationship to it is evolving. And so I think that that's something that we all have in common.
And in making this film, what do you hope audiences will take away from it, and what did you really want to convey to viewers?
I think that there are a lot of things that I want people to be thinking about when they watch the film and after they leave the theater. Hopefully a broadened definition of what vision is, that it's not just an ocular experience of taking in information with your eyes, but that it also involves your brain and your heart and your memories and your experiences and how all of that lives within your body and affects how you see the world. That is vision.
Well, Vision Portraits is a really powerful and effective film, and congratulations on being the recipient of the Frameline Award.
Thank you. Yeah, I feel really proud to be a recipient of that award and standing on the shoulders of the people that have won that award.